Hey guys, I'm back with another candle review, and this round's for the 18-ounce Homestyle Stuffing Candle from HomeWorx by Slatkin Co. I found this for $16.99 at the HomeGoods store, along with the Mulberry Cobbler. There was one of each. They were both new. I've never seen them before, so I snagged them up and bought them, and I was like, let me take a chance on it and see how it goes. And here we go. The notes on this read toasted bread, melted butter, chopped sage, and fresh rosemary. And I have to say, I actually really enjoy this one too. Like, oh my gosh, color me surprised. It's just so nice when HomeWorx like actually delivers. Like, they have a nice product when it delivers, but there's just so many duds sprinkled amongst all the like good ones that it makes it really hard. But in any case, what does this smell like? Yeah, it smells like stuffing. It really smells like the notes and the photo that you see on there. But it's executed in like true like HomeWorx fashion, where there's like little tweaks here and there. It's executed in a manner or behavior where it's seems more like a legitimate fragrance rather than a novelty fragrance, such as like the Thanksgiving celebration one that we had from Bath and Body Works last year. That one also had mashed potatoes and gravy in it, and it just smelled kind of just very novelty and kind of icky, to be honest. But this one actually smells cozy and realistic, and I actually don't mind smelling it. Like, don't get me wrong, it still smells very much like stuffing, and it's still very savory, but there's enough little tweaks to it that make it like nicer and more cozy and warm and awesome, and actually something you want to burn versus like the BBW version. So I'm actually quite happy about that. So first and foremost, you get a very buttery bread, and I enjoy that. It's kind of like if you enjoy French baguette, like it is not French baguette, but in a similar type of like savory bread, buttery route. And the butter and the bread in here are great. It smells really authentic, and there's almost, even though like stuffing is, well, I guess the outside is crispy, but the inside is still gooey, and there is still like something like kind of fluffy about the bread mixed with that sort of gooey butter, that it just really smells like you're toasting something, or like bread is coming out of the oven. There's a very realistic quality to it that I really enjoy. And then it's mixed with that sort of traditional sort of stuffing herbs of the sage and the rosemary to give it more of this sort of like quintessentially stuffing herbal twist to it, but you know, in a very appropriate way. But I think I just like the emphasis of the bread and the butter in this. And then it doesn't go the extra mile of having the gravy and sort of those cheap, like instant mashed potato fragrance that we got from the BBW version, that it just smells a little bit more legitimate. And boy, it smells like you're really like baking stuffing or Thanksgiving dinner in your home. And it's just so warm and so cozy and authentic. Like it's actually quite nice. Quite shocked by it. And then so what I do is I burn this one alongside the Mulberry Cobbler that I reviewed previous to this video, and the two together combine to make this really awesome like October, November, like, you know, fall dinner, Thanksgiving dinner type of vibe to it, just perfectly. It's amazing because you get kind of like the brown sugar butteriness and the sweetness of the berries of the cobbler, but it then gets mixed in with sort of the butteriness and a little bit more savoriness of the homestyle stuffing that you have here. And the two mingling together have a perfect balance where it's like, okay, there's savoriness in here, but it's not oh so savory. And we can sort of balance it out and make it a little bit more palatable by the sweetness that we get from the Mulberry Cobbler. And the two together just create this awesome, almost like nostalgic, like, you know, grandma's home cooking type of go over to grandma's place for Thanksgiving dinner type of vibe to it, just perfectly well. Apparently there's a cranberry sauce candle as well, so this must be like the Thanksgiving collection from HomeWorx that I can only find them in HomeGoods or Marshall store, not online yet. I haven't seen the cranberry sauce one, but I honestly wouldn't mind trying that one just to kind of like complete this like Thanksgiving collection. But honestly, the Mulberry Cobbler one still has kind of like a cranberry type of feel to it, so I don't really know how far off the cranberry sauce one will be. But the two together go really nice together, and I can imagine even maybe the cranberry sauce and the homestyle stuffing might go well together too. There's just they don't smell cheap. There's just a very much an authentic quality to it that I guess is what I liked and fell in love with the Slatkin Co brand to begin with. And it's still nice to see some of those hints and traces being, I guess, carried on even in present day HomeWorx. So I appreciate that. So yeah, I would say definitely smells like stuffing, but it's actually kind of nice. It's not as grody as the BBW one. So if you smell it in a store, check it out. And I actually pleasantly enjoyed it. As for the performance on this candle, totally fine. Very similar to the Mulberry Cobbler one. I trimmed these wicks to just the tiniest little nubs possible, because otherwise they do suck quite a bit and make the massive mushroom tops that kind of have the wicks lean in, but I haven't had that since I do trim them so diligently to small little nubs, and it's good to go. They do take a little bit longer to pull out, but they're fine by like the third hour, as you can see here, and you get some sooting by the second and third hour because the wicks grow so tall, but it's manageable, so we're fine there. As for the throw, this one's pretty good too. I would like put it up there with the mulberry cobbler. I think this one was a little bit stronger and more heavy hitting right off the bat, where it was like a good like 7 to begin with, whereas the mulberry cobbler one kind of had to gradually get a little bit stronger as the burns progressed, but this one's always been around like a 6 or a 7. Honestly, it's not too overwhelming or too cloying like, let's say, the Thanksgiving celebration one. It's like just right where I can keep it burning and it's very cozy and atmospheric in the background, but not overpowering, but I can still smell it. So in the 6 to 7, like medium plus range, so no qualms on the throw on this one. Overall, I really wasn't sure about this one, but once I burned it, I actually really grew to enjoy it. There's a very toasty, cozy, buttery feel to it that I enjoy. I don't necessarily know if I can have to buy another one of it, but I'm really enjoying the one that I have, and I might just like hold on to this one and the mulberry cobbler one until it actually gets into the fall season and enjoy them then. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.